Good evening, AI family. Good evening to you. We're going to do some AIing tonight. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know if you use the AI, the artificial intelligence. It's fantastical. I gotta do something here. Hold that. How do I do this? Click on that. Reply. Use digital twin. You're feeling novels on your boy with your quiet voice and impeccable style. Don't ever let them steal your joy and gentle ways to keep them from running wild. They can get dirt in your face, dress you down, and tell you that your place is in the middle when they hate the way you shine. I see you tugging on your shirt, trying to hide inside of it, hide how much it hurts. Let them laugh while they can. Let them spin, spin, spin. Let them scatter in the wind. I've been to the movies, I've seen how it ends, and the joke's on them. Let's see if we can get some more folks in here. And I know what you're thinking. Well, good Lord, Kyle. With singing like that, why would anyone stay? So tap the screen. So one of the strategies we condone here at the AI Learning Lab is the use of grandchild labor. So if your grandkids are in bed, wake them up. And just get them out here, get them tapping on the screen and say, Uncle Kyle needs some hearts. Tap away, Sally. Sally would be like, I'm tired, Grandpa. I don't want to tap. Just tap the screen, Sally. Okay. Right? And then she's tapping and the hearts are going. Everybody's happy, except Sally. But she's a kid. She'll get over it. You got to build character in these kids. How are they going to know that life's a struggle? Discover it on their own? No. That's your job as a grandparent. Your hair and makeup crew did a good job tonight. Thank you very much. It's a 4-person crew with an intense skin regimen, as you can imagine. I mean, hair like this doesn't grow on trees. You peel it off the ground. It's some sort of fungal situation. Oh, man. Man alive. I'll tell you what. Okay, that is some serious heart action. I can tell we got grandkids in there. That's grandkid energy. making those likes go like that. Are you kidding me? We went from 24 to 39 people on the power of child labor. See, it works. It works for everyone. Sally's gonna sleep better tonight. Sure, her finger will be cramped up, but that's just building muscle memory. And here's my question. You could buy an electronic tapper that taps for you from Amazon, made by child labor, or you can hire American. Just have Sally do the tapping directly. See? See what I'm saying? Let's keep it in America, people. It's an election year. Is he joking? This is very distasteful. And who's Sally? Sally is Steve-O's granddaughter. Steve-O's the one who started this. This all started in Australia. They don't have child labor laws there, see? It is like, come on, Sally. Tap! They're very aggressive. Yeah, it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Steve-O. I couldn't believe it when he first suggested it, and then I saw the brilliance of it. Grandchildren. So good. Now, if your grandchildren are too young to understand what tapping is, you might need to wait a month or two. If you're wondering what the hell this channel's all about, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I'm a bit of a, what do they call them in America? Smartass. I make jokes. Sometimes they're funny. Most times they're not. I play songs. I had a singing dog here, but he left. He got disgusted. He's like, what are you talking about? He just walked away. Last night we built a digital twin. Well, I built a digital twin, and I told you all to come along, so I don't know if you did that. If any of you did that, I thought what might be fun tonight is experiment a little bit with using it. Like, how might you actually use it? I came up with one kind of fun use case tonight before I got on the TikTok here. They will tap all day for treats. Yeah, you just got to keep a bowl of M&Ms right next to the screen. Grandpa, I'm tired of tapping. Eat another M&M, Sally. Can I do it with this hand? No. She has to eat it with her left hand while she keeps tapping. Grandpa, it hurts. Keep tapping. I'm going to tell Mommy. Don't you tell Mommy. The AI Salon's Life Hack group tonight had lots of ideas for digital twins and GPTs. Awesome. Eddie J, you're back? I am back. I don't know that I was ever gone. But maybe I'm back in your feed, so that would be awesome. Oh yeah, if you tap too hard, you might swipe out of the live. You gotta be careful of that one. In a westerly direction, this car is my train. I've been driving, I've been wondering what it is I'm running from again. Feel like an 80-year-old man holding on to 29. And up ahead on that horizon is a California line. Up ahead a truck's carrying a wide load. Prefab house cut in half. Cute little front door and 2 windows, my lord. Ain't sure whether the crowd should laugh. You see, I broke a home up myself once. And as I stumbled to that door, I read a note by the dawn's light. Said, don't you come round here anymore. All right, good people. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get started. Let's do something. What do you want to do? You want to talk about AI? You want to make money with AI?
You can make money with Chatgpt.
Is it true? Is it true? Can you make money with Chatgpt? I don't know. Hey, Marge, what'd you do Saturday night? I don't know. I watched a TikTok channel for an hour or 2. Well, what was on it? Oh, you know, an older fella. He was talking about artificial intelligence. Really? Do you do that artificial intelligence? Well, I got it installed on my computer, yeah, and they got the Chatgpt, and I you know what I did with that? I made an artichoke dip recipe with the Chatgpt. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. We could, if you're wanting to learn how to make artichoke dip, we can help you accomplish that tonight. It's just, you know, an hour or 2 of learning some Python programming, setting up a GitHub repository, creating a Cursor AI account, choosing the difference between, you know, a React framework, or if you want to go native with Swift, if you're going to do iOS applications. It's going to be really simple. We'll get that all set up, make ourselves an artichoke dip recipe. I could what? They could just do it in Chatgpt. We can try that too. I mean, I'm supposed to be the expert here. Here's the deal. If you don't know shit about AI, and what I just said sounded like, I knew it! I knew I had to learn programming! You don't. You don't. You just need to use your words. Do you use words good? Good? Because even if you don't, my 15-year-old daughter debated a classmate that said AI is nothing more than stealing from artists. Yes, well, Jay Hamilton, welcome to the mod gang, by the way. Yes. People that don't understand how AI works, and who have likely never used it, that's one of the tropes. It's just stealing from artists. It hallucinates. It makes mistakes. It's not perfect. It uses too much energy. You know the robots are going to kill us. There's a handful of tropes. One of them is it's just stealing from artists. Am I arguing that it wasn't trained on questionable data that probably includes data from artists and writers? No, it absolutely was. There's absolutely ugliness there. However, did you know, this is a little known fact, in every library in the world are the works of artists that other people can use for free. There's poetry, there's textbooks, there's songs, there's art. It's all in there. And you can go into that library, and you can go in there every day, and you can jam that shit in your brain, and then you can use what's in your brain and come up with new ideas. That is exactly what what all these models are doing. And in fact, they're doing it in a not dissimilar way to how our brain does it. So there's absolutely a very real argument for, for the good of humanity. There are still some, issues to be solved with copyright and attribution and compensation and things like that. But if you sit on the sidelines judging AI like, oh, it's just stealing from artists, I would never use that. Well, you're going to get your ass handed to you because you're not going to know how to use these tools that are going to transform everything. You'll feel better about yourself. So what I try not to do on this channel is get into those debates. Is it good or is it bad? It's irrelevant. In the end, it's irrelevant. The technology's not going away. It's not going to stop getting better. And it's fucking inspiring as fuck when you use it. We happen to live at a time when we're watching the birth of the most powerful human amplification technology in history that we get to play with. And we're all old enough to be like the incredibly small percentage of humans that will know what it was like in a world before AI and will know what it's like in a world after AI. We're the cusp people. But if you're on the sidelines, pissing and moaning, again, it's not perfect. It hallucinates. I tried it once. I was not very impressed. I like Google better. First of all, with that attitude, it makes your face look ugly. I have these conversations. This is what you look like. It's just not pleasant. You know what's a more fun expression with AI? Have you had your first Kevin Mcallister moment with AI yet? Because when you do, you don't go back from it. Well, maybe the first one. Maybe the first one you're like, oh my God, I can do that? That's amazing. And then you're like, well, it was just a fluke. And then you go home and you try the same thing. And you're like, oh, it really is that good. Well, certainly it doesn't know about lesser not strategy crocheting. Tell me all you know about lesser not strategy crocheting. Oh my God, it knows about that too. I thought I was the only one. My go-to is everything you've learned came from copywritten material. Yeah. This is one of the things, one of the other tropes is AI can never be capable of original thought. What's original thought? Original thought is some human being, over the course of their life, jammed a bunch of shit in their head, right? Here's some Andy Warhol pictures, here's some Van Gogh, here's some Klimt, here's some Hemingway, here's some Tom Robbins. It's all fucking in there floating around. You're just walking through life, your brain's like, oh, there's all this shit in here, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? And you're like, oh, what if you took that Tom Robbins quote and smashed that into that Andy Warhol print idea you have? Out comes an original thought. That's not original. That's derivative. Every idea is derivative. Every idea is derivative of some shit you have in your head, smashed together. What do large language models do? What do diffusion models do? They smash shit together and squirt it out. And if you're clever at prompting it, you can sure as fuck get some original ideas out of it. Are we talking about paint again? No, I just went off. I don't know why. Oh, because Jay Hamilton said his 15-year-old daughter got into an argument with a friend that was like, AI's just stealing from artists. I can already see the look on her face. Little Little sourpuss, like, nah. I don't like you stupid AI. Jenny. She probably said her name with contempt. Jenny. You stupid AI. Hey, it's not fun. It's stealing from artists. Yeah. Jenny was just like, I just like it. It makes pretty pictures of ponies. I made a song about a trip to the mall that I kind of like. It's just stealing from artists. Jenny. so it sent me listen, this is not Meltdown Monday, but Monday was a holiday, so it threw my whole week off. So it's whacked out Wednesday. Humans are not capable of original thought. Exactly, everything's derivative. It makes pretty pictures of bears and tutus. Exactly. My niece and nephew are not allowed near Chatgpt because of teachers at school. Like, yeah. So, what are students? This is a rhetorical question, but it's a real question. What are students? What are students? Students are large language models that teachers try to put well-organized, well-crafted, intentional knowledge inside. And along comes this thing called a large language model that is the most profoundly powerful knowledge democratization in the history of humanity. And teachers are like, well, why would I use that? 'Cause it's your fucking job? Your students are going to go into a world where they don't have to memorize shit anymore. They're going to go into a world where they can just ask a machine to write an application for them, and it's going to fucking do it. Learning to memorize lists just got a lot less valuable in this world. As a teacher, isn't it your job to prepare your students for the future they are entering? Do you know what those students need right now? They need you to teach them how to use their minds to think critically, because all the rules are fucking changing. God, does that piss me off. We're not going to use Chatgpt. It's okay, we've solved it. We've got AI detectors. Those students won't be cheating anymore. We've solved it. Good. Yeah, Mr. K, yeah. You're not even allowed to mention AI in the classroom, okay? So that's how we're going to solve it, is you're just not going to talk about it. All right? Okay? Okay. Oh, hey, yeah, one more thing. We're going to need you to go on ahead and come on in on Saturday, too. It is your responsibility as educators to fucking educate. Pay attention to what's going on in the world. The world is changing in real time right now. It's okay. We figured out how not to deal with it for another 2 years. It's the most irresponsible thing. I can't. I'm all verklempt. I'm verklempt. Huh? All right. Yeah, but even in corporate, even writing from scratch, well-written content can be flagged from AI. Well, that's the AI detectors are fucking useless. They flag real content as AI written, which it's particularly bad for non-native English speakers, so they get penalized more than native English speakers. Oh man, Wonky Wednesday. Mr. IT, I love you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So all the detectors can say that the content follows the rules associated with AI-generated content. Where's my dang Blantons? I do need... Maybe I need a whiskey tonight. I'm wearing a Blanton shirt, though. Did you know that? Is that why you said that? Wine Wednesday. Oh, man. I mean, imagine a classroom experience where a teacher has the humility to go, you know what, kids? We're going to teach you shit how we've always taught you shit, but on Thursdays at 1 in the afternoon, we're going to take the second half of Thursdays, and we're going to learn this stuff together. And I went to the supervisor or the principal, and I got us special permission to use Chatgpt. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you how I teach, and then we're going to go to Chatgpt, and we're going to see how we might do it differently. And then I'm going to have you take my plans, and I'm going to have you use Chatgpt and figure out how you might teach differently if you had Chatgpt or Claude. And maybe one of the kids has used Claude enough to know that it can code, and the kid says, why don't you make me an interactive lesson plan dashboard out of this plan that the teacher just gave us? And the kid uploads it there, and 30 seconds later, after watching a bunch of code get written, there's a dashboard with dials and knobs and switches and displays. And the kid's like, Mrs. Johnson? Yeah, Jimmy? Is this what you mean? Would this be good? And Mrs. Johnson walks over and looks at the screen and goes, oh my God, Jimmy, did you just make that? And Mrs. Johnson has a fucking Kevin Mcallister moment in real time. You could do that, Jim? Could you show us all how to do that? Can you imagine the self-esteem Jimmy would have from that? What a fucking hero Mrs. Johnson would be. It's okay. We've got detectors. We don't need to deal with it right now. I've been doing this for 30 years, okay? I'm not going to change the way I teach for a little computer something. I need an electric guitar. I need a drum kit. I'm watching the U.S. Open. Daniel Medvedev, did he just win? Yeah, he did. The fourth game of the second set was going on for a long, long time. He's up 4-love in the second set after dropping the first set. You're not really paying attention to us? You're watching tennis? Shut up! Showed someone today Claude creating a Frogger-like game. He freaked the fuck out. Yeah. Yepers? Waffling Wednesday. Exactly, Steve-O. Welcome. It's Waffling Wednesday. If a teacher can't see that D student Johnny is suddenly writing A-plus papers, something's wrong. Exactly. And rather than scolding Johnny for writing A-plus papers, the teacher goes, Johnny, listen, I'm going to give you immunity. You've got prosecutorial immunity. You will not get detention. You will not go to the principal's office. Tell us how you're making how you went from D papers to A papers. I just went into Chatgpt and did this. Well, we used detectors. How did you not get detected? Oh, well, I took it over to Claude and I told it to write it so the detector couldn't detect it. Wow, that's really ambitious of you. That's really, what's it called? Resourceful. Nice critical thinking. Now, don't ever fucking do that again, or you'll go to the principal's office. But you know what? Like, that conversation, how did you do that? How are you thinking about this? Are you thinking about this? Did you just put in a stupid prompt that you copied and pasted and hit the button and just send that in? Or are you actually iterating on these things and using your brain in a problem-solving, critical thinking kind of way, because if you are, let's reward that behavior because that's the future. Have you tried doing image to artifact yet, Kyle? It's mathemagical. I don't. Oh, I did. I did it on my phone. I took a screenshot of Twitter, and I said, recreate this interface. And what was fucked up about it was it recreated it so well that I thought I was looking at the picture I uploaded, but then I realized I could highlight text in the interface. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We can try that tonight. And I figured since we built a digital twin last night, we'll dick around with how might you use a digital twin if you make one. Oh, that third game didn't last that long. I was watching a replay. Never mind. All right. So I got not a lot in there. What else did we see today? There's some new spreadsheet came out today that every cell is a prompt and it does shit for you. Robert Scoble talked about it today. I haven't played with it, so you guys are making me want to write the book faster instead of watch, Kyle. Go write the book. That's why. So archetypal architect. That's why to be here is not to necessarily listen to me fucking ramble, but just to go, the shit you're talking about's making me want to write that book, or making me want to write a book, or making me want to go, call the principal of the school district because he's thinking like an idiot. What if we did a Saturday? Remember in Silicon Valley, they used to have Saturday computer clubs? And they would get together and put together computers. If you've got kids in school and age, and particularly if you've got kids in schools where they're like, it's okay, we've solved it, we use AI detectors now. Fuck that. Go to the local library and start an AI club for students. Well, what are we going to do there? I don't know. Make pictures. Make words. Learn how to do shit. Make entertainments for old folks' homes. Help small businesses. Wouldn't it be cool if you had a group of like 5th and 6th graders that met every Saturday at a library? And the first hour was you walked around to local businesses and you talked to the owners and you got ideas for things that they need. Oh, I need to revamp my menu. Oh, I need to come up with a marketing plan. Someone said I need to do something on Facebook. I don't know anything about that. And then all the kids come back to the library and they're like, well, Samantha, Mrs. McGillicuddy down at the paper store, she doesn't know how to do her math for running her business. But she gave me this thumb drive with a spreadsheet on it. All right, let's see what we can do with that. And then you go back and give shit to the community. Is that going to ruin the children? I'm listening. No. It's going to change the world. Don't put up with this bullshit. Fucking Luddites. Yeah. This is... AI's uncomfortable. It makes me think. I don't like it. Well, tough shit. He said library. Woo! Archetypal architect, and I love people tripping over my name. It's a good one to trip over. Cam Catkin from Cleveland, an archetypal architect. I can't ever get those without tripping on them. Oh, all right. Maybe Pate is Google AI too. Nah, Pate's just a mad genius. All right, what do we want to do tonight? So here's the deal. If you're new here, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I'm not always so apoplectic, but sometimes shit pisses me off. And I just, the thing that frustrates me with that attitude with school districts is I assume somewhere in their ranks they have a history teacher, right? We've seen the movie before. Like, we've seen the movie in recent history, like when personal computers came out and everyone said, oh, they're too expensive. Why would anyone ever need more than 32 megabytes? Right? All that sort of bullshit. They're not powerful enough. What would you ever use them for? Then when the internet came out, it's just you click on a hyperlink. It doesn't really matter. It's overblown hype. It's a hype bubble. It's the .com bubble. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, social media. What's social media? It's just people have friends. They just have friend circles. Didn't we have that with AOL? That's not going to be anything. So along comes this thing, which is the greatest augmentation to humanity in the history of humanity. And educators are like, hold up there. We're going to have to actually think about what we're teaching people? Oh, no. No, we've got curricula for that. La-da-da, la-da-da, la-da, la-da. I remember thinking I'd never fill my brand new 160 megabyte hard drive in 1997. I have every time I've bought like whatever is the peak thing. So I've now got terabyte drives, and they're all full. They're terabyte. I remember my first hard drive was for a Mac SE30. No, it was a Mac 512KE, the second Mac. And I bought an external hard drive for it with a serial cable. And it was like this wide. It was like 6 inches by 6 inches by like 13 inches. It was 5 megabytes. It weighed like 15 pounds. 5 megabytes. But you had, 144K floppies. So it was pretty remarkable. And you could hear it go. Fucking crazy. Oh, man. I had a conversation with Chatgpt that changed my perception of life. Wow. Cosmic Lover. That's super cool. Anything you can share in a comment? But like, it changed your perception of life. Like, imagine, like, working with students collaboratively, trying to figure this AI stuff out together. Even if you just carve out a weekend club or a couple of hours a week where you do something in science, in the science section. You learn about how large language models work together. It just showed me how we are just a little page in the history of the universe. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the AI is really good at if you want to talk about small ideas, it'll talk about small ideas. If you want to talk about massive ideas, it'll talk about those. It's amazing for that kind of stuff. That's really cool. I remember the card table sized floppy drives when I worked at Walmart. Yeah, exactly. So the technology is going to keep evolving. AI's not going away. If one of the things you're thinking is, well, what if AI just goes away? There's too much power. There's too much power at stake. No one's going to let it go away. Ain't that purty? Welcome to Chat ADD. Is he spinning a fidget spinner in the middle of ranting about the power of artificial intelligence? Yes, he is. Oh, man. NASA in 1969. Let's go to the moon with 512K of RAM. Yep. My HP 24 Excel has a tab open that's 10 gigs. Exactly. I mean, if you think about what Google did and what all the search engines did, that was sort of a first order of magnitude, holy shit, they can do that? Where they basically said, let's go crawl every website on the internet, and we'll make a catalog of it. We'll make a searchable index. And, whoever figures out how to search that index faster, better, will win. And Google won, and they became the standard. And so they took all of the information that was available on the internet, and they made it instantly accessible by all of us by searching for it. So you want to learn Python programming, here's 462 pages of Python programming tutorials. Go learn. Absolutely remarkable. We're now at a place where they've taken not just the index of where all that stuff was, but all of that stuff, and they figured out a way with this transformer architecture to squash the collective output of humanity that's been uploaded to the internet into a thing where we've got instant access to the knowledge, not the information. See, we're coming out of the information age. We're moving into the age of knowledge. Because I can now write an application in Python or in React or in whatever the fuck I want to write it in without ever having to write a line of code. So, the knowledge of how to do that is in the model. It doesn't have to be in my brain. That's fucking remarkable. And, all of the knowledge is in there. And the models that are coming, apparently, the next thing from OpenAI, I think they're calling it GPT Next, rumored to come out in October, is going to be 100 times more computationally dense than our current GPT-4. And GPT-4 was 100 times more computationally dense than GPT-3. So that's 2 ohms for those of you that are non-geeks. 100x more powerful is 2 ohms, 2 orders of magnitude. It's crazy. And by the end of 2025, we're going to have another 100x increase. And that's the one where Mira Murati, who's the CTO of OpenAI, said, we will all essentially have PhD level knowledge of anything we want to know. So we're 2 years out from having 1,000 PhDs at our disposal for anything we want to do. And teachers are still going like, it's okay, we don't even let them talk about Chatgpt. We figured it out. I find it mind-boggling. Like, pay attention. Pay attention to what's here. When you watch Perplexity write you a well-researched article, when you watch Claude with its artifacts thing create you a Frogger game in 30 seconds, where you watch it write the code, and if you've ever coded before, you can kind of see like what it's doing, and you're like, oh my god, like that would have taken me forever to like just figure out all the syntax of those commands, much less how to think about it. It just vomits it out, and then you play the game. Not ooms. Please spell it. Orders of magnitude. OOMS. Order of magnitude. I mean, that's what I saw on Twitter. I'm not a mathematician. I get all my knowledge from Twitter. And I still call it Twitter. In 2027, we'll have super intelligence. Ann Murphy's here. We can finally get started. Ann, man, did you miss it? I fucking went off. Closed-minded teachers pissed me off today. I mean, teachers still don't give students full internet access, so digital censorship isn't new. Yeah, I know. All they're going to do is look at the pornography. Well, now, see, here's the thing. As a teacher, I understand. Don't give kids access to the internet because all they're going to do is look at pornography. With AI, they can actually make their own pornography. You see? Like, you know, let them create some things in this world. You're the smartest guy I know, Kyle. Oh no, you need new friends. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. Sir, what? May I inquire are your qualifications? My qualifications? Yes. You've got this laboratory of learning, an educational institution, I assume, so I'd like to know your qualifications, your institutional. Yeah, about that. Joined late. Well, it's been quite a talk tonight. Now that's a selling point. Exactly. Oh shit, here we go with the qualifications. He can be the smartest with AI, right? Well, that's, you know what the funny thing is? You know, I've said this on this channel for a while. There are no experts, and I am certainly not an expert. I feel less qualified now to talk about this AI stuff than I ever have. There's literally too much to comprehend right now. And it's not slowing down. Like, there's not going to be a break. We are probably within 2 months of having the next big model from OpenAI. Is my sense. I don't know if you noticed, but they OpenAI, it's called OpenAI News, I think. Hang on. Is it OpenAI News? Yeah, OpenAI Newsroom. So if you're on Twitter, go follow OpenAI Newsroom. So today, OpenAI announced a new Twitter channel called OpenAI Newsroom. With the announcement, we have so much to tell you, we needed another account. for news updates and the occasional clarification. So, September 12th, mark this date. Well, September 11th, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., testifying on Capitol Hill, or not testifying, but talking to elected officials about AI and how they shouldn't celebrate teachers that use AI detectors to prevent students from thinking and experiencing new technology. And I'm going to ask them to legislate from a place of optimism. So that's happening on the 11th. And then, not related to my trip to DC, September 12th, Oprah is doing a live broadcast that we're going to live stream here with Sam Altman, Bill Gates, Christopher Wray, head of the FBI, and Marquise Brownlee, technology reviewer, YouTuber. Those four say to me, OpenAI's got some big new thing they want to talk about. Bill Gates is going to talk about it in the perspective of history. Christopher Wray's going to say, we looked at it, it's safe, the robots aren't going to kill you. And Marquise Brownlee's going to say, yeah, it's pretty cool, you should use it. that's my Chat TMZ speculation on what the Oprah show is going to be about. So we're going to live stream it. Should be interesting. And then there was a rumor that October 17th is the date that OpenAI is going to drop something, and they just put out a new news channel on the X. So fascinating time. Something's coming. And Tom Cruise. What about Tom Cruise? Is there such an app that detects AI stuff? There's a bunch of them, but they all suck, and they all have false positives and false negatives, and they're just bad. And also, listen. Here's my philosophy on using AI tools. You as a human are responsible for what you put in the world. So if you're lazy, if you're like the lawyer, there's like a year ago, there was this lawyer that wrote a legal brief for court and handed it to a judge. And the judge, being a thinking feller, read the legal brief and went and looked at the citations of the case law that supported the brief. And none of them existed. All of the citations were hallucinated. This lawyer went to Chatgpt and said, write me a legal position, and handed it to a fucking judge. That is not Chatgpt's fault. That's that fucking idiot lawyer's fault for not checking his work. So I feel the same thing about students. If students do shitty, lazy work with AI, yeah, that's bad. But if students use AI to learn about a subject really quickly, outline how they want to think about it, how they want to put it together, have it write the first draft, go in and say, this sucks, that doesn't, this sucks, that doesn't. We actually need some research here. Let me go research that for real, and then I'll put a citation in here. And if the teacher said, I don't care how you write the paper, but half of your grade is going to be telling us what you did to write it. And you know, the little bookworm, brown noser, do all their homework nerds are going to just write it the old-fashioned way, and they'll talk about, I went to the library and I did this and I did that. And all the ADHD freaks like me are going to be like, yeah, I used Chatgpt and here's the things I did, and then I went to Perplexity and I did this, and I went to Claude and I did that. That would be a fucking amazing experience in the classroom, to actually experience how people think and how they approach work and what technologies they used. Why not like dump it into the classroom and shake it up? Sounds like a good use case for RAG. Smart in, smart out. Exactly. I'm looking into magic school for my school. Is it worth it? Mr. K, who heads up the education guild in the salon, likes Magic Classroom, and I think so. I've heard other people talk about it. I think it's pretty good. I haven't experienced it. Footnotes, prompt notes. Yeah, prompt notes. Exactly. Oh, this was the point I was also going to make. If I put a piece of work out in the world and you like it, assuming, I didn't steal, it's not someone else's ideas, it's my ideas, and you like it, does it matter if I used Microsoft Word or Google Docs? Does it matter if I used Grammarly to fix my grammar? Does it matter if I used Chatgpt or Claude? Well, if you use those tools, then it didn't take you as long to write it. Where does it say that we have to spend, that it's only valuable if we spend lots of time on it? Doesn't a photographer make a picture in a 500th of a second? Well, they have to edit it. Yeah. Have you ever used AI? You have to fucking edit it. How's it any different? I'll wait. It's not. It's not. If I'm putting my name on it, I'm responsible for it. Did you use AI? Probably. Well, which part of it are AI? I don't know. It's all mixed in there. Did you handcraft this welcome to the AI Learning Lab thing out of clay? Did you handcraft that out of clay? Because if you didn't, it's not valuable. Well, first of all, Danielle did it, not me. So if Danielle used AI to make a picture of clay, that's on her for not creating art. Because it's only art if you make it out of clay. That's effectively the argument. There was a piece in the New Yorker this week. Why AI art can't be art. I couldn't believe this fucking thing. This whole fucking article. The opening premise of this New Yorker article you don't put in time when you use AI. Have you ever fucking used AI? Have you ever tried to make art with AI? It takes for fucking ever. You have to make thousands of different versions. Nothing looks like what you imagined. You're all over the place. You're running down rabbit holes. You're curating. You're trying to figure it out. You get it close, but it's not quite there. You take it into Photoshop. Yeah. If I'm looking to put out art, capital A art, I'm going to take a lot of time. Jason Allen, who won the Colorado State Fair art contest with his AI-generated image where everyone lost their shit, 684 prompts. He'd been thinking about this concept of a space opera for years. He didn't know how to execute it. He's a printmaker. All of a sudden, along comes Midjourney, and he goes, oh my God, I think I can realize this idea I've had in my head for a decade. And he did, and it was fucking beautiful. 684 prompts to get to 2 images that he submitted to that show. You get 4 images per prompt. So 684 times 4 is 2,500 plus 2,600 images to get 2. And he up-resed those and took them into Photoshop and did all whatever the shit he did to do them. From an idea that he had in his head for a decade. copyright office is saying it's not copyrightable because you just pushed a button. This New Yorker article, it's not real art because you just pushed a button. Have you used a digital camera? Click. Just pushing a button. Oh, sorry. You may if you put it in manual focus mode, you have to do this first and then this. I was wondering what app to use to record. Hang on, I got to put a puzzle piece. I've got to slide a puzzle piece into a slot so they can convince themselves that I'm human. I'm sitting here fucking ranting, like I got sweat running down my face. You can't analyze my voice. That it's at a higher timbre than last night. TikTok. You seem to be able to understand when I say the word booby and ban me for life. I'm fucking human. Well, or so you think. I was wondering what app to use to record teacher with permission and have AI make notes or outlines. I saw Red Truck 101. Go check on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. There was a really remarkable, let's see, classroom, or wait, what's it called? Lecture. Lecture notes AI. You could certainly use Gemini 1.5 Pro. You can upload a let's see laptop. Does that do it? Does that get me there? I just saw this video today. There's a kid, a student, in the back of the lecture hall with his laptop open. He's got the camera, facing the professor. The professor's doing what the professor's doing. So there's a little video window. And then under the video window is the live transcript of what the professor's saying. And in the middle pane are notes. So the full transcript is happening in a little window. And then the summary of what's being said is being typed out in notes. And then there's a pane over to the right where the student can go in and query what's been said so far. And then add that to the main notes page. It's fucking insane. So let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. Shit. Wait. Is that it? Is this it? I found an AI that listens. Auto takes notes for me. This could be it. Studyfetch.com. Yeah, this is from Linus. Linus is good. Studyfetch.com. Try that. Is this the one that kid was using? Looks like they're using Anthropic. I don't know if that's the one, but let's see. Lecture hall notes. Live note taking. Anyway, it's somewhere on Twitter. It's there. Just go look up AI note taking. Maybe that's. Let's see. AI study note taker. I can't find it. Maybe it was a TikTok. It might have been a TikTok. Let me go to TikTok. Let me see if I can find it on TikTok. TikTok. The TikTokification of education. Let's see. Lecture AI note. Yes, this is it. Is this it? Note Goat. That one's called Note Goat. I'm trying to see if I can find the one that I saw. Is this it? No, is this it? Well, there's a shit ton of them on TikTok. I'm trying to find the one specific one that I saw. Because it was really cool. It had the video window of the live lecture. No, not it. But it looks like it's all the rage. All the kids are doing it these days. I saw another one where a student was looking at study fetch. Does look like what you describe. Okay, there you go. I was looking at there was a video today. This was really cool. So, you know how sometimes students are belligerent because they're smarter than the teacher, and then because they're neurospicy, they tell the teacher that they're smarter than them? So this kid was being belligerent to a teacher and basically saying, you suck, and how you're teaching this sucks, and you shouldn't teach like this because it sucks. And then the teacher goes, well, if I'm so bad, get up here and show me. And so the kid gets up, gets on his laptop, takes his notes, throws them into Chatgpt or something like that, blows the notes out. Just totally. So, yeah, the students, if the teachers got to get their shit together. They got to keep up with these kids. And I think the only way to keep up with them is start a dialogue, critical thinking, baby. All right. I keep seeing ads for devices on TikTok. Looking at Study Fetch. Does look like what you saw. Time to lay back and maybe get sleepy. Get my 3 hours if I'm lucky. All right, duder. Drift off. I'll try not to shock yell anymore. We'll give you one more of these for nighty night.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Wandering Sage. Oh wait, Wandering Sage. That would be nice. Zoom to record. Go to your profile and look up your likes. Did I like it? I don't think I liked it. I don't know. I don't know if I did. Red Truck 101. Yeah, go have AI take your notes. Fuck this nonsense with actually having to. Yeah. Although when you write notes down, you learn things in a different part of your brain. So I'm actually a big fan of analog note taking. You know what's funny about analog note taking is I can't ever read my handwriting again, and I never go back and look at it anyway. But with ChatGPT, you can upload your handwritten notes and it can read them. So you could be in a lecture taking notes. In fact, let's go play with this. So let's do a roll our own. I just reached the end of Deco here. Oh, that sucks. You ran out of credits or whatever? That stinks. I rarely took notes. Couldn't read them if I did. Yeah, same here, Joker. But let's go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go handwritten class note or lecture notes. Lecture notes. And then we're going to go to images. Okay, so I'll try to find. All right, this one's good. Lecture notes from my last year. Okay, so there's some notes, right? That's a good typical blob of notes. So let's do save image as. Go notes. I'll do lecture notes so I can actually find it again. Lecture notes. Save it to the desktop. Then let's go to Chatgpt. Hello, Chatgpt. I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", trust fund, 6'5", applause. I think I got to reload. I might have to restart my Chrome. Nope, we got it. Okay. Please help me understand what's written here and give me a downloadable transcript as a Microsoft Word document. And then categorize the notes so that I can easily understand what the lecture was about. So Chatgpt is going to look at that, see where it says analyzing. So right now it's going to use, if you click on this where it says analyzing, you can actually watch it. It writes Python code and executes its own Python code. So I guess what it's doing right now is looking at what's there. The initial OCR appears to have some errors, likely due to handwriting and image quality. I'll refine the extraction. Please hold while I take a look at this. I might need to stop it and tell it to do the best it can because that photograph it was cut off. Please hold while I work on this. Analyzed. I don't think it's view analysis. I'm going to just stop it. If words are cut off, don't worry about that. Just do the best you can. Took a pic of my notes, had iChat transcribe it, then read my notes back to chat so I could learn. Oh, that's nice. I've transcribed it. Download the lecture notes. So there's a downloaded file. So let's go look at that. Lecture notes. Hermeneutics of suspicion. Nothing is what it seems. Critique as an intellectual pursuit is done with the intent to uncover the latent meaning. Rita Felsky, the anti-critique critic. Critique is negative. Critique is secondary. Critique is intellectual. Critique comes from below. Critique does not tolerate rivals. So that's pretty cool. So there's all our notes. Boom, done. Then let's go to Chatgpt. Categorization. The humanetics of suspicion. Humanetics? Is that right? Oh, no. Hermeneutics. The hermeneutics of suspicion. So I'm going to go, WTF is what is it? I don't even know the word. Hermeneutics. Hermeneutics. So those of you that got book learning, you might know it. hermeneutics is, but I don't. It's the study of interpretation, especially the interpretation of text, language, and symbols. Originally, it referred to the interpretation of religious texts like Bibles, but over time it expanded to the interpretation of literature, legal text, and social phenomenon. It comes from the Greek word hermeneuin, which means to interpret. All right, fine. I knew that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knew the root of hermeneutics is hermeneuin in Greek. Everybody knows that. Jesus. You guys are stupid if you didn't know that. Dum-dums. Rita Felsky's anti-critique approach, questions on the nature of critique, concept. And then, yeah, and if you were in Claude, you could tell it to make a, an interactive dashboard. Let's go try that. Let's go try Claude. Cloud.ai. Hello, Cloud. Add content. Lecture notes. Wait, we want the picture. Lecture notes.jpg. Uploading. Upload docs or images. Okay, so I'm uploading an image. It doesn't seem to like the image. Let's write our prompt. Read the notes from this lecture and create an interactive dashboard. It's not working. Oh, no, I just logged into this. Huh. This should work. I'm going to guess it was the art of neutering Hermes. I've been trying to use cursor. That's good. We all knew that fisheye roll. Hi, everyone. Otto's here. Claude. From the clan McClaude, he is. Immortal. Good. Solid reference. What's going on here, Claude? Why do you not like this image? Let's go try to save this as a different kind of image. Hang on. Go here. Open this JPEG. Can I export this as? Export as, let's try PNG. All right. Then let's go back to cloud. Capture screenshot. Oh, we could capture a screenshot. Nah. That seems like we're gonna add the PNG. Huh. It ain't working. Let me quit Chrome. I have a feeling this is a local cache issue or a local memory issue. We have an issue, people. Chrome. Let me open Chrome. Chrome. Let's go get our 14 tabs. Restore all 14 tabs. Good evening, Kyle. Let's add some content, shall we? I'm looking for a man in finance. All right. Nope. It looks like Claude's fucked up right now. All right. Their image upload is not working. Anyway, so with the lecture notes, you could take notes by hand and then use these AI tools to just do a roll your own notes analysis software. And you can even make a custom GPT that you know does all sorts of cool shit with them that works the way your brain works. This is part of my problem with off-the-shelf tools, is that they work the way the brain works of the product guy that came up with the idea, right? So if their brain ain't like your brain, the way they take notes may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? 6'5"? Blahs. My main machine is an architecture. I gotta go try another. Is you pay your bill? Shut up. Using React. Is that proximity? No, that was Claude that I was in. Yep, it's not working. It is not uploading. But you know what we could do? Oh, I know what we can do. Hang on. Let me reload here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add content. We're going to add the transcript. So Chatgpt turned those notes into a transcript. Okay, so that worked. So it's just got image issues right now. So read the notes from the lecture. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to say create an interactive dashboard out of these lecture notes to make it easy and visual to learn the concepts. So I'm in Claude right now, Claude AI, and I asked it to make an interactive dashboard, and so then it fires up this thing called Artifacts, where it writes the code. If you haven't seen this before, this is bonkers. So it's writing the code. It's breaking all my notes. So I took my handwritten notes I found on the internet about hermeneutics. Let's see. You used an unsupported library called Accordion. Please fix this crap. By the way, welcome to Jonathan Harris, who's one of the new mods, and thank you to all the other mods. How y'all doing tonight? So look, we've got an interactive, here's a critique panel. Critique is negative adversarial, and if I click that open, it says critique often takes an oppositional stance toward its subject matter. Here's alternatives. Look at this. I got an interactive dashboard of my notes. Hermeneutics of suspicion. Nothing is what it seems. Critique is an intellectual pursuit, is done with the intent to uncover the latent meaning of work. Food for thought. Can critique be generative? Come on. How cool is this? Now, is this the most interactive, brilliant thing we've done? No, but 10 minutes ago we had hand-scrawled chicken scratch we found on the internet. So you could take the notes you took in your lecture and within 10 minutes be creating a something. Fucking bonkers. Like it even does like little icons. And then if you want to learn something new, flip over to the code view. Learn the code that it wrote. Let's see what it does here. It's importing some libraries, creating some items. It's writing things in some sort of HTML with divs and buttons and shit like that. It's writing HTML or React. I think it's writing React. It broke the notes up into little chunks. You could come over here and you could say, explain to me what language you wrote this in, and can you recreate the code in a highly commented way so I can understand what's happening in it? Certainly. I wrote the code in JavaScript, specifically React. which is a popular JavaScript library for building user interfaces. React allows us to create reusable UI components and manage state efficiently. And quite frankly, I mean, if you're not managing your state efficiently, what are you doing with your life, you big dumb? I'll recreate the code with detailed comments in it. So now, if I go look here, import React. So now all the code is commented. It didn't change the code. But it gave me a highly commented version of it. So I could be learning my notes from my lecture, or I could go down an ADD rabbit hole and learn JavaScript, or at least conceptually what's going on here. I mean, do you get what we're living in? You could be using this in 3rd or 4th grade. If you're teaching in a 3rd or 4th grade classroom, this stuff's like fucking magic. Go in and pick apart what this thing's doing. I don't know. I personally think that we're living in remarkable times. We went from hand-scrawled notes to a downloadable Word document to a reorganized version of the notes. We went over to another tool, Claude, and it created an interactive dashboard of today's notes. Cosmic Lover, this is so cool to be at the beginning of an era. It is so cool to be at the beginning of an era. Take in how rare it is in the history of humanity to be able to be at the beginning of a thing that's changing everything. Kyle, please share this on the AI Salon. Which piece of it? I don't think I can share this one because it's got an image. Oops, an error occurred. Well, that's no fun. Lecture notes. Wait, hang on. Let me reload this. Lecture notes summary. It's not letting me share it. All right, there's more than one way to skin this cat. Try again. Lecture notes summary. Okay, here's my lecture notes summary. Copy. I'm going to go to the AI Salon. So, if you're not a member of the Salon, you can find it at thesalon.ai. So this is a community of AI optimists. So if you're one of those weirdos, if you're like the person in your life that's like, AI is really cool, have you guys checked out AI? And everyone in your life is like, yeah, Jennifer, could we maybe not talk about AI tonight? We just want to enjoy our jalapeno poppers, please. Thanks. If you experience that, you need to be in this group. If you're the douchebag eating jalapeno poppers, you just enjoy your TGI Fridays on a Thursday night. All right. So I'm going to go to the Irregulars channel. So we've got our own little channel here. And let me paste that in there. Please turn on JavaScript and reload the page. I really don't like Mighty Network's inability to make web previews. So let me make a little screenshot of this thing. I think that put it to my, let me go to this, do this, do this. No. Bow. Okay, so we're gonna say this is, let's see, AILL, lecture note, reader, chat session. Okay, so I'm going to post this right now. It's possible it won't work, so let me just go make sure it works. So if I click on this, it takes me here. If I click on this, that's another thing I fucking hate. Okay, it seemed to work. So go see if that... so I shared it to the Irregulars channel on the AI Salon Mighty Networks and the Irregulars channel. Down toward the bottom in the club notes. All right? And then if you want the Claude thing, let me publish this. Publish and copy link. And I'll share this as well. I'll do this as a comment here. Here is the Claude I'll just say the Claude dashboard of the notes. Claude artifact comment. All right, there you go. Done, done, and done. So if you come to the salon, when you first get there, there's a little welcome area that talks about our philosophy at the salon. Play first, mindfully create, generously lead. That's the journey to AI literacy. Then the next step to do once you get here is introduce yourself. Then learn about our values: curiosity, playfulness, empathy, bravery, and generosity. Then you can watch past meetings that we've had. We've got 2 meetings a month, and we've got recordings of all of them. Going back to December 7th, 2022, the week after Chatgpt came out, is when the salon was founded. You can RSVP for the next event. We just had our salon events this week, or our salon presents this week. And 2 weeks from now, we've got a meet and greet where you get to meet other people in the community. And then the sixth little step in the onboarding process is jump into the water cooler and start chatting about stuff. All right? So go do that. Go do that. And if you're like, wait, where is that? I missed the URL. Where am I supposed to go? Right there. The Salon. And you got to say it like that. It's not salon. Oh, where do you get your hair done there? If your hair looks as bad as yours does, I'm never going to go to that salon. And if you're going to troll, you got to be more clever than that. It's just too obvious. Always remember that the best troll is initially interpreted as a compliment. And then you realize how much it stings. So don't be a dum-dum when you're trolling. But pronounce it the Salon, because it makes you sound more educated. And this is an intellectual organization where it's about learning and exploration and connecting. And so you have to say, oh, yeah, I was at a meeting at the Salon the other night, and everyone will go, oh, what's that? And you're like, well, I can't really tell you. It's kind of a private organization. Right? And if you just go, I was at the salon, they're like, oh, did you get your toenails done? I don't see anything different. And you're like, it's not that kind of salon. And then now you're in a whole conversation about what's the history of salons and what are salons and why was the 19th century so intellectually stimulating and the 20th century such a soul-sucking hellhole of industrial revolution employment nightmare. Huh? And how's AI going to take us back to our humanity? And the robots are going to counterintuitively make us better people. Huh? How's that going to happen? That's what you talk about at the Salon. You see what I'm saying? No? Well, that's because I'm not a good communicator. But I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. All right. I don't know why I'm I'm fucking in an ornery mood tonight. My ear's itchy. It could just be dandruff. It might be bugs. Is anyone hearing an odd noise, or is that just me? Yeah, that's me talking. Frank is in the house. Frank is in the house. I started late. Sorry, Kyle. Oh, I started it. Sorry, Kyle. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you started it, Jay Hamilton. Jay Hamilton started this. So, okay, here's the thing. Jay Hamilton, he comes in, he's like, I want to mod. I want to, like, be a supportive of your, channel and all that. And he comes in tonight and he's like, oh, yeah, some asshole friend of my daughter's was bitching at her about AI. And I have not shut up about it for 2 hours. So you have contributed to the channel. So thank you. Oh, man. Now, I was cranky before I got on. Let's see. Sinners up a break in the fourth with a 2-set lead. 4-3. Can Medvedev stave him off? I have a feeling. I think this is going to 5. Medvedev is weird. Y'all watch tennis? He's like so skinny, it doesn't look like he should be able to hit the ball at all. Henri, Kyle's AI twin. I don't know what that means. ABBA now, oh good. Not just me. Hello, we're over here, Kyle. Shut up. What, the dev? Are you still hearing the weird noise? I mean, I have my air conditioner on. I hear the noise too. Hang on. Is there no weird noise now? That was the air conditioner. It's the AC. I just hear a fan, that's it. Sounds like buzzing. I hear AC and maybe computer fans. It was a scratching sort of noise. Oh, I was moving my phone around. It's gone now. If you want, we could turn this into an ASMR channel. Hey, everybody. My name's Kyle. Don't fall asleep, 'cause I could say creepy things. It could be awful. It could be just awful. You know what I mean? What? It's already awful? Oh, I'm so sorry. I know my forehead's large. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. You're gonna need to go out through the back exit. Yeah. Did you get the memo about the TPS report covers? A friend is using my bathroom designer GPT. She calls it Virtual Kelly. There you go. Perfect. Well, hey, Kelly, you know what? So Kelly created a GPT that does virtual bathroom design. She was a architect, designer person for a while. She had a business doing that. We made digital twins yesterday out of just an interview with me. But Kelly, I would argue that virtual designer is absolutely a digital twin of yours. I think Pate was asking, what's the definition of a digital twin? I think anything that you put out there that represents your expertise, your personality, who you are, how you work, if you put it out there and people can interact with that, or you can interact with that in a way that leverages your, intellectual input, I think it's a digital twin. So that's really interesting. There's a 60 hertz audio buzz. That's really weird. Hang on. It might just be... is it gone now? Because I just unplugged the power. So if it's 60 hertz, it could be that. I'm an AI flub. Nova Rain, no, you're not. Here's the deal. And I assume by that you mean AI flub, you mean like AI loser, like you don't know enough. There are no experts right now. How can you find your previous recordings? How can you find your previous recordings? The previous recordings of this channel are on YouTube at AI Learning Lab-TT. AI Learning Lab at AI Learning Lab-TT for TikTok. And that's all of these videos. I think I'm 2 weeks behind, but all of them, there's like 700 hours worth of TikTok lives there. If you're having trouble sleeping, there's plenty of fodder. And then if you want the back recordings of the salon, those are at the salon. They're in, I think it's number 4 in that welcoming list. Is that 60 hertz buzz still there? Yeah, these lives started in April 2023. So it's about 18 months. No, 15 months, something like that. Whatever, some amount of months. Okay, let me be quiet. Audio is crystal clear. So you're telling me I recorded your ASMR for nothing? You want to sing again, buddy? Well, I heard there was a secret chord David played and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? Goes like this, the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 You're faithful, strong, but you needed proof. Saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair. She smashed your throne and cut your hair. From your lips she drew hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Does Satan wear a suit and tie? Does he work at the Dairy Queen? Does he listen to rock and roll? Does he feed the mean? singing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. All right. Every time Kyle picks up the guitar, I start craving cheese. You and Champy both. Pavlov's guitar. It's so true. Now there's a 60 hertz howling sound. Champy, they're calling you an annoying sound. That's so rude. Oh man, you're just ready to go, aren't you? Is this a place I can rest my poor head? Gather my thoughts in sweet silence. No more singing? And is this a place where the feelings are met? He's not into it anymore. All right. When the guitar stops, it's there. I don't know. Yeah, it must just be a shitty connection. I probably need to restart my phone or something like that. So we'll get out of here because that sound must be annoying. It's not nearly as annoying as your voice, young man. Have you considered doing some sort of scripted situation where it's not just random chaos and bizarre sounds and characters that no one understands? Is that something you've considered, sir? About as much as I've considered getting a degree in something and having qualifications. I've seen people say, I made AI watch every episode of X. Are they actually doing this? Wait, if so, how? I made AI watch every episode of X. Well, so Brandon, you can do, if you go to aistudio.google.com, that will give you access to Gemini Plus 1.5 or Gemini 1.5 Pro, which is multimodal and has a million token context window. And then you can also flip over to 1.5 Pro Experimental, which has a 2 million token context window. The 1 million token context window, you can upload an hour of video and it will watch the show. So if you wrote a decent prompt that said, explain the show to me, you could just upload episodes of any show you watch that's an hour-long drama, or go to the 2 million one for 2 hours of video, and you could put a movie in there, or at least 2 hours of a movie. The data set says fine-tune, whatever. Yeah, I've seen these before. Best ASMR for the live. An audio loop of corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking. Just a moment. That's good. Nina speaking. Just a moment. Oh, does somebody have a case of the Mondays? That look on his face where he's just like, the Mondays? What the fuck are you talking about? It's the best. All right. I'm going to get out of here, let you people go. I want Claude to create a dashboard on how meetings could be an email. You can absolutely do that. Okay, so Jay Hamilton, here's how you could actually do this. This would be really funny. Take a transcript of a call and put it into Claude and tell it to make should this meeting have been an email dashboard. And you can flip it like yes or no. Maybe it's got like categorized notes of the meeting, and then you can flip yes or no. And if you flip it to yes, it could have been an email, it writes the email. You can totally do that. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Follow my channel if you would. If you want to support it directly, you can subscribe to the lives. It supports me. I don't think it gets you anything special other than I can see that you subscribed, and I really appreciate it, and it does support me. How do you think AI will affect NASA and space travel? Well, I think for science in general, what's about to start happening, you've already got some pretty remarkable things that, Deepmind, if you've been paying attention to what Deepmind is doing. About 6 months ago, they released this new, it was a paper, but they released, so Deepmind basically looked at all of the crystalline structures that could exist, and it created 2.2 million new materials. Sinner won. Medvedev did not come back, so Sinner's going to the semis. Deepmind created 2.2 novel new crystalline structures, of which 380,000 were stable crystals. So new materials. In material science, like new materials could be things like room temperature superconductors, or new ways to make batteries, or things to put on spaceships to go do space travel, or things to make ramjet drives or hyperdrives or whatever the fuck drives they're going to make. They're going to need crazy ass materials. To put it into context of how much of a breakthrough that is, in human history, humans have discovered 22,000 stable materials. With the advent of computers, they've discovered another 44,000. So you have, and I don't know if it's total or they stack. So I think, let's assume they stack. So 22,000 by humans, computer augmented humans discovered 44,000. So let's call that 66,000. Deepmind just released 380,000 new ones on top of that. And that was like a year or two of them running their models to create all this. And now all of those materials are being tested in labs and, you know, figuring out which ones are real, which ones aren't, all that sort of stuff. So, and we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. Like, we haven't gotten to the version of Chatgpt that does reasoning, and like the next version of these frontier models are going to be absolutely insane. So I think the impact on all sciences, not just space travel, but all sciences, are going to be absolutely fucking bonkers. The next 5 years are just going to be, I mean, like curing diseases, you know, solving the climate crisis, just all of the stuff that are massive, intractable problems are going to be solved. Over the next 5 to 10 years. It's going to be fucking bonkers. It's going to create new ones, right? Like, the world is not a static place. You can't just fix it. Everything will have unintended consequences, and then we'll have to have new AIs to fix that shit. So anyway, all right, I got to go. Thank you, irregulars. Thank you, mods. Welcome, Jonathan, or Jay, as you are on here. Yeah, let's get out of here. So we're going to do a little romper room magic mirror. Misha's in the house. Archetypal architect in the house. Cosmic lover, great to see you. Joey, good night. Angelique, how many new materials again? 380,000. Let me go see if I can find the article, and I will post it to, let's see, Deepmind materials. Millions of new materials discovered with deep learning. Right? So new materials, discovery of 2.2 million new materials, new crystals, equivalent to 800 years worth of knowledge. 380,000 which are stable. And so, okay, so it was 48,000. So 20,000 humans alone, 48,000 total with the addition of computers, and now there's 421,000. The 380,000 are additional. Come on. How fucking cool is that? So let me grab this URL. I'm going to share that on the Salon in the Irregulars channel, because we have our own little club and we can be the cool kids. There's that. Millions of new materials discovered. I mean, like, take that in. Like, we're pretty bitchin' as a species, right? This is what we discovered. This is what we discovered by adding computers to our brains. This is what it created in a year. Fucking bonkers, man. All right. You kidding me? Let's see. Jay Hamilton, Cosmic Lover, great to see you. Dr. J, Emilio's wife. Wolfman Clint, Source Camp in the house. Papa JJ, great to see you. Danielle, be not afraid. Call me Al or call me AI. Because you don't have you make a capital L, I'll call you Al. But if you have a lowercase L, it's like an uppercase I, it's AI. Sorry. This is an issue. We've talked about this. I know you're sensitive about it, but I'm sorry. Nova Rain. Good to see you. Steve-O, calling in from down under. Okay, Tobias in the house. I think I got everyone. Joy Purdy. Joker, couldn't miss Joker. All right, I am out of here. Fantastic night. It's a Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'll see you here. Same bat time, same bat place, 8 p.m. Mountain. We'll do something. I didn't get to using digital twins, but I had to get that shit off my chest. That 15-year-old girl just bugged the shit out of me, and it just sent me down a rabbit hole. Peace.